Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today I'm doing a really cool pick a card reading that is going to focus on what kind of mystical or magical creature you would be, or what your energy resonates with when it comes to mythical creatures. So it's sort of an interesting reading because it's not exactly a past, present, or future reading, but it's kind of all three of those. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have spent past lifetimes as this, and for others it's more future tense, or it's present tense for you and you just resonate with the energy of what that mythical creature carries. So it's kind of all in one, but basically I've got 8 piles for you to choose from today. I feel like more than one pile will probably resonate for a lot of people, so just choose as many as you feel drawn to. But I'm going to let you take a look, and I've got a couple stones on there to help you decide, so you can take a second and see which pile is drawing you in, and we'll get started with your reading. Hey group 1, let's get started with your cards and see what kind of magical or mythical creature you resonate with. What I feel for you, group 1, is that you're a very non-physical being. I see a lot of light here. So this is telling me that your soul has either incarnated or has advanced to a very non-physical, higher dimensional way of being. So between like the 5th, 6th, 7th, and higher dimensions. What I'm seeing for you is that your role in humanity was to come down and to offer advancements in technologies and civilizations, particularly through perhaps the Egyptian era, because Egypt did act in our far past as a type of portal where a lot of different beings from different dimensions would come through and offer advancement, and really had a hand in shaping the way humanity was to go in the future. So what I feel for you is that you were just one of these beings, or are one of these beings. I do feel a lot of skywriting here for you, which is telling me two things. That's saying to me that as a non-physical being, you either would, because you're non-physical, you would either channel through humans, channel through physical beings, and give them light language, give them things that they could use to advance their own technologies and their own civilizations, give them information that they couldn't have achieved otherwise. That's a lot of what I'm seeing by this light language, is that you were able to download that into physical beings as a non-physical being. Otherwise, what I'm seeing is that if you did ground into the physical, your role was to, again, provide different light languages, different perspectives, higher perspectives and more advanced perspectives on what to do from a advancement standpoint. I do feel with this Time Master card that you have done exactly that you have mastered time, that your essence isn't ruled by the 3rd dimensional linear time structure, but rather more of the higher dimensional 4th dimensional time construct, where you travel through time, not space. And so you're able to sort of hop between different dimensions and provide different perspectives and information to beings who seek it or need it in their civilizations. That's really what I feel for you, because I do have a lot of feather imagery here, a lot of eagle, bird imagery, which is telling me that you are from the skies. You are from a higher dimensional being, more in the angelic realm. Just I would say at least 5th dimension, if not even higher than that, where you sort of become like even oversoul of sorts. Another thing I do feel for you, and this will be for some people, but the alien origins that you might have, I think are, because I'm seeing a lot of water and ocean imagery here, what I'm feeling for you is that it could be more of a Sirian energy. Sirius does rule a lot of the knowledge in water and whales and dolphins, things of that sort. So what I'm seeing is that your origins, if you are a non-physical type of entity, would have been more from that Sirian lineage. Because again, I do see the torch here, which is telling me that your purpose was to bring advancement, was to bring spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, all of these things. That's what you do as a light being. You come through to other people and you are able to provide information that they are not able to get just from the scope of knowledge that they have at that moment. You do give a lot of successful outcomes to your problems, or have. See, the thing is it's hard to speak in terms when everything is in the now and you're a physical person in a physical body. But basically, this is energy that you resonate with. So this is saying that this could have been you in a past future essence. This could be you in your oversoul, in your higher self, in your, I want to say, just like in your soul essence. That's basically what I'm seeing for you. And another message I'm getting for you is that because you are somebody who can offer intuition, insight, light, dark areas for people through giving them knowledge, advancement, and awareness, you're actually able in the physical body to channel other beings as well, if you choose to do so. If you want to practice that, if you want to bring that into your realm of experience, I think that is something that'd be quite possible for you, because of the fact that you are actually doing this on other dimensions and other levels and other parallel realities for other people. So it would be probably pretty easy, relatively speaking, for you to access that same energy here in a physical body. I do see, though, that a lot of your purpose is to come in and change, and to transmute or transfer, just transition civilizations or people during certain time periods. That's really what I feel. I feel that you come in during times of change, and you offer a lot of, as a light being, you offer a lot of insight and intuition and spirituality awareness to those who seek it, and to those who are going to be the messengers of your message. And what I'm also seeing is that the reason why you come in during times of change is because you come to civilizations or to people when things are ending, a certain way of things are ending, and therefore transitioning into the new way, and you come in and you give them that template or that boost or the knowledge that they need to kind of stair step in their evolution, is what I'm seeing for you. You do offer a lot of understanding for people, a lot of emotional knowledge as well. I do feel a very heavy spiritual knowledge in this group, which is probably something that you carry with you even now. All right, group 1, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, group 2, let's get started and see what mythical or magical creature you resonate with. So what I see for you is the owl. You resonate with owl energy. What I can feel for this is that you are a very wise person. You're incredibly wise. You hold a lot of ancient wisdom and a lot of ancient knowledge. I also see somebody who soars above their issues, somebody who's a very objective approach in the way that they move through life. What I can also see for you is that you're a very goal-oriented person with this owl energy. This is telling me that you don't overact. You don't do too much. You wait for the right precise moment, and then you act. And very quickly, very sharply, and very efficiently. And that's probably something you carry through in your life today. So what I'm seeing for you with this owl energy is, like I said, you just have this ability to soar above things. I do feel that you hold so much wisdom in the way you think about things, or what's in your mind. I do feel that you are, whatever your journey has been, however long it has felt, everything you've experienced has led you to becoming a much more wise person. And I can also feel that maybe you have an exceptionally good memory. You might be somebody who kind of has an eye for detail. And what I can see is that this is because you resonate with the owl energy. I do see you very much as a protector as well with this gargoyle energy here. This is telling me that you oversee things. You oversee and protect energy. This could either be your goals, your relationships, or whatever it is, but you have a very protective essence about you. So this is telling me that your role here, part of what your role is when it comes to resonating so deeply with this owl energy, is that you oversee and protect others. You give warning to others when it's necessary, and you kind of avert the evil eye for a lot of people, including yourself, is what I'm seeing for you. I do feel that part of your deep wisdom that you have, and the ability to be so wise in your thoughts, is what part of that gift is being able to really create and manifest at a level that others cannot. You're very in touch with the elements, and you're very in touch with being able to manifest very powerfully. This is telling me, this Rainmaker card is just telling me that you are very much capable of sort of creating whatever it is that you desire, and part of your journey is learning how to do that for good and not evil. So because you're so able to just kind of create at will, or have that strong elemental ability to manifest, what I can see for you is, because you resonate with owl energy, you use it in a way that is protective for all, that is in service of all. So that's a really beautiful thing for you. I'm also seeing here with this water imagery, because you feel more of like an earth air element. What I feel for you is that your message is to just go with the flow a little bit more and a little bit better. Basically what I feel is that I think there's just a message for you to maybe open up to the adventures of life a little bit more, and sort of flow with events rather than trying to control them too much. And be like the owl, which is just the observer. You know, they don't make things happen. They observe it and then act at the right time. And I feel that that's a message for you coming in here, is to utilize your natural ability of doing so, and then letting life's events unfold, because it seems like there might be something that you really, really desire or want at this time, or a way of life that you're trying to move into or towards. And what I see for you is that your message is just to let that flow a little bit more, and sort of just go with it, and then act at the right time, and use your knowledge and your memory of your past experiences to stay very goal oriented, and to trust yourself that you'll know when and how to act when the time comes, because you're a very wise person. That's why owl is showing up for you. You're very wise. And I also sense that you're really good with your resources as well, because this Four of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, they have like a very protective stance over the pentacles. And what I feel for you is that you are able to build very well. Like I said, you have that control over elements, over the basic elements, which means you have a powerful manifestation ability. And what I feel for you is that you are able to really bring about wealth in your life. And so if that's a worry for you, then just to relax and let things flow a little bit more, because you're going to be able to create what you need to create as you move forward, because you are very wise. I really do feel like a message for you that you're able to build wealth or bring in wealth. It's like you have like a sort of a lucky omen feeling to you. I feel like you're sort of a lucky person. And maybe you don't always feel that way, but I think if you looked at the scope of your life, that is your message for you, is that you're very wise, and you know when to take action, and you know how to build wealth and how to protect wealth, and also other people and circumstances and things. So I feel that your message is just to really dive into those attributes and those characteristics that you hold within you a little bit more, and you'd really sort of feel a little bit better. I do see a lot of green in this spread, which is kind of indicating to me that your aura may be of a blue-green color. You may have sort of like a seafoam green when it comes to your energetic field. That's a lot of what I'm seeing here, is this kind of color green. That's just telling me that you are very earth oriented, which is not surprising, because I do feel that there's a message for you about wealth, building wealth and protecting wealth. I do think this is something you're naturally good at, and I also think it's something you're probably focusing on or will focus on in the near future. But what I feel for you is that your message is just that you're very on target. You're very able and capable of taking action and acting swiftly and sharply. So just trust yourself and those instincts, and that you'll be able to use your wisdom to do so in a way that you can accomplish all of your goals and leave you wiser in the end. So that's what I'm seeing for group 2, you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, group 3, let's get started with your reading and see what kind of magical creature you resonate with. So what I see for you, group 3, yours is really fun. Your magical energy resonates in the home. So I'm seeing 2 different creatures for you. One is the brownie or the elf. This is the most common one that you probably have heard of, is Dobby from Harry Potter. It's very much an energy that or sorry, it's a very much a creature that keeps the home in order and is a lot of like a servant type of energy. It creates really warm, beautiful environments, or at least that's the energy I'm getting from this, is that like you are somebody who probably takes care of your home really well and has a beautiful home. That comes from that energy. The other thing I'm seeing for you is the creature a Magickal. And a Magickal, they're really interesting. They are a type of creature that they're very tricky. So if you could get one into your home and take care of it properly, this is an indication that you're able to bring in a lot of abundance, richness, money, things like that. So what I see for you with this Magickal energy, it's a very hypnotic and like magician type of energy. You can see it's almost very like Alice in Wonderland-esque. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, what I'm seeing for you is that this energy is a very hypnotic and magical energy. This is telling me that you're probably very shrewd and resourceful, particularly in business. You hold the Magickal energy because you're able to cultivate abundance and richness and opportunities. This is what I'm seeing for you. So on one hand, if you are more of the Magickal energy, what I feel for you is that you're able to bring in new opportunities, like I said, like jobs or raises or money in general. Very much an abundance energy with this marine life. That's what I'm feeling for you. It's somebody who's able, because fish to me represent abundance. So this is telling me that that energy, that aspect of you, is why you're able to cultivate so much abundance in your life. It's because you sort of have this very tricky, hypnotic, magic-like Magickal energy. So the other thing I'm seeing on the other hand, because like I said, I'm sort of seeing two of these, with this hearth energy, with the brownie energy, I can see that you're very connected to the element of fire. I have a lot of sun imagery, a lot of warm sun imagery. So this is telling me that I feel that there's a new opportunity that you might have just you're on the right path, or like there's an opportunity that you're trying to seize, or that you're kind of, it's showing itself to you and you're entertaining it, or that you recently have taken action on. What I see for you is that this is your sun energy, your magical fire element energy coming through to take care of you and to bring you rich experiences into your life. I do feel like a very warm energy from this group. I do feel that you might have like a very beautiful home, or you take care of your home very well, with a lot of like warmth and a lot of candles, a lot of like food on the table, or just an abundance of food. That's another thing I'm feeling for you. And I feel, because I think I'm seeing two creatures, because on one hand, like I said, you just create like a beautiful warm environment, and you very much have like a servant to like those who you live with, or just servant to the home type of energy, where you just can take care of things and keep them really beautiful and warm and happy. And then I'm also seeing that this fire energy coming through has to do with your new ideas, or the path you've taken in life recently, your ability to illuminate an idea. And then also what I'm seeing for you with this Magickal energy is, like I said, somebody who you're very warm and happy, and like, you know, just a very good host in a lot of ways is what I feel. But I also feel that you have this side to you, if you resonate with both of these animals or both of these creatures, is that you also have like a very shrewd, hypnotic type of energy to you, where you're just really able to be shrewd in your business, very resourceful, and this brings you a lot of wealth. You're just somebody who can accumulate a lot of wealth, is what I'm seeing, because of this energy that you hold. I'm also feeling that if you don't feel like you have a lot of wealth in your life, what I'm seeing for you is that this is changing, because I'm seeing fives, which is telling me that you're changing, you're transitioning into something else. And this is telling me that you're about to bring in a lot more wealth. You're about to bring in a new job opportunity, a new raise, things like of that sort. I just do see a lot of opportunity in this spread for you, just because of your ability to really create warm environments. Or just your shrewdness and your resourcefulness in the way that you make decisions. You're on the right path, and you're really doing something. You're doing something right. You've illuminated something in your life. That's what I'm feeling for you. And I do feel like very much just like a protective energy over the home for you. I see candles a lot too. So this is kind of maybe where that fire element comes in for you. You could be somebody who loves a lot of candles or who has a lot of candles, fireplaces, things of that sort. I feel like that's what keeps you feeling like warm, feeling happy and prosperous. All right, that's all I'm seeing for group 3, you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, group 4, let's get started with your reading and see what kind of magical creature you resonate with. So what I see for you, group 4, is there's a lot of imageries of skulls coming up for me. This is telling me that death is something that is very prominent in your magical self, in your magical resonance. And I don't want this to scare you, because I don't mean like you're going to die type of energy. What I mean is the magic of death, of that darkness, is one of the ancestors. It's one of it's a type of energy that doesn't just take life, but it brings life as well. They say, I feel like a very Santa Muerte sort of energy for you. And this is kind of telling me that you transition, or your energy resonates at the place of transition. So this is telling me that with this Eagle card, I do feel like a very ancestor type of energy. So this is telling me that you assist. So you assist through guidance, and you assist like I'm getting the imagery of like a woman during labor. That energy of death doesn't just take life, but it also brings life into the world, the way a woman gives birth to a new body. That's what you are. It's like you're that in-between space of that in-between darkness. And what I'm seeing for you is you might resonate with this in your life, because it probably shows itself as like a very much of a drifter type of energy. So you might find that you tend to feel like there's a lot of non-action or movement in your life, where you're just sort of drifting back and forth. And it feels to me like you're being challenged with asking yourself, like, what am I here to accomplish? What am I here to do? What changes am I here to impact in my life, in the lives of others? That's what I feel for you, because I do have like a very wintry type of energy from you. Like, again, it's just very much this like death sort of energy. I have the energy of winter here, of skulls, of vulture, and even Lilith, who rules the type of, like, in my mind, like a lot of 8th house energy. So sexuality, the darkness of life, the things that are more taboo in life. I feel that that's kind of like that's your magic, is like you resonate in that area, in that darkness, and that quietness, and the primordial like sexual type of energy, where you bring and take life. That's where you exist, and that's where your magic exists. So that's what I feel for you. And I just feel that you also might sort of experience, you might be prone to some sorts of depression or anxiety, or like fear that someone's like plotting against you in some way, or you might kind of go in and out of that in your life. I feel that this is just coming from a place of you feeling like you're drifting, feeling like I need to be more decisive in what I choose for myself and what I want to experience. Because I just feel like on some level, like your energy is just, you've experienced so much, because I feel that ancestor energy for you. It's like you've experienced so much and have so much knowledge, that now you're kind of in this place in existence where you can kind of do whatever you want. And it's almost a challenge for you, like choosing what it is that you want to do with that energy is what the challenge is, because you've experienced so much. But you have this beautiful darkness to you of just like exploring, not just like sort of like a dark sexual type of like death energy, very Scorpio energy, but you also, I see, have a lot of purple in your aura, which is telling me that you have a lot of intuition and a lot of divine knowledge, and a lot of magic about you. Because I do feel for you that part of what your message is for this reading in particular is to use your intuition to truly be able to make the beneficial changes, to make the choices and the experiences that you want to experience in your life. But you just have this beautiful, like, wintry energy about you, and it's like very crone energy, very like late initiation type of energy, like where you just have all this wisdom, and you just you exist in the space in between. With this electricity card, I feel like you're almost intangible, like you're untouchable, because you just have this electric sort of energy, like that you know, like you just can't touch it. That's what I feel for you. It's like you have this beautiful dark matter type of energy, you know, in the in-between, like the non-tangible type of energy, and you bring life and you bring death and you rule those aspects. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a Scorpio, or you just have very Scorpio energy to you, because that's a lot of what I'm seeing is just this mix of like darkness, but like beautiful magic and divinity and knowledge as well, that you can kind of do whatever you please with when it comes to what you experience in your life. I do feel like a very feminine energy from this pile. So whether you're male or female, I do feel that you have a very feminine dominant type of energy about you. Just meaning it's that darkness. Like female energy is dark energy. It's energy that brings in experience. And that's what I feel for you, is that you're not very much of like a go out and do things type of person, but you're much more of a feminine, like inward type of energy. Very very feminine, very sexual, like I've been saying, and like very transitory, or very much of like an initiation type of feel in what you are and what you do, I guess. But basically what I see is that you just have this infinite possibility of what you can accomplish and what you could experience in this life, and your challenge is choosing it. And that's like what it is. Like, your purpose here is just to decide what makes you tick, what do you want to build, what do you want to experience when it comes to being in this life at this time. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for group 4, you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, group 5, let's get started and see what kind of magical, mythical creatures you resonate with. So what I see for you, group 5, is the energy of Crow. And I'm seeing this in a way where it's very Game of Thrones like. So it has to do with your vision of the future, is what I'm seeing. I have a couple different messages about this, but what I want to say is that you hold the energy of Crow, and I want you to know that you have this vision, this foresight, but I feel like it's being blocked from you right now, or I feel like you aren't able to see the future in some way, and that's kind of unnerving to you, because maybe you're somebody who's typically very good at that, or just being able to envision their future, or like sort of know what's coming next. But what I'm seeing for you is that your energy is the one of Crow. And what I feel for you is that your Crow energy is very much like a harbinger of change. And you alert people to change when change is happening, when change is coming. That's your energy. That's what you've done as like a mythical or magical creature. It's like you come in and you have all this knowledge and wisdom, because birds do hold such knowledge and wisdom. Yours is particularly in regards to the future. And you assist and alert to changes. That's what I feel for you. Part of your ability to see into the future, or to understand how things connect to one another, is because you're able to tap into, or at least the magical essence of you is able to tap into how everything exists in the now, and how past lives or past events tie into future ones, and how those little tiny minute details, when they shift, it alters or can alter the destiny of the person or the situation that's being looked at. So that's what I feel. It's just like your magic is in Crow. Like you're just able to see that and to tap into that, and that's what you've spent lifetimes doing, and what your magical abilities are. I am seeing for you, I feel for you that you're sort of somebody who has been, because of this Crow energy, you're somebody who's like consulted frequently, somebody who people ask your opinion, they ask for your insight when it comes to the future, or how past, present, future ties in together. That's what I feel for you. I do feel like you're somebody who people feel protected by, or something about your energy is very protective. That's what I see, and or at least the magical essence that you connect with is a very protective one, and people feel protected by you. They feel that they can ask you or go to you for insight or assistance or guidance. Because I have the Emperor and I have the King of Pentacles, which is just telling me that, like I said, you're very much a ruler of sorts, or like you're very high up in a lot of people's minds, or at least the way that you existed as a magical, mythical self. You were just somebody who sat on a throne, so to speak, and like people came to you to ask you for your insight, to ask you for your guidance, because you had this energy of crow in you. You had this ability to see with the third eye outward into the future. I'm also seeing for you that there is a message of your physical health that's coming through. I'm seeing sixes, and I'm seeing like paying attention to your health. I feel that in this lifetime with this King of Pentacles, I just feel that maybe part of your journey in this lifetime is to pay attention to your health, or to be very cognizant of it, and to take care of the physical body. I do feel a very strong physical body sort of energy coming through for this reading. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Particularly, it could be with the heart. Maybe you could even be like a doctor of sorts, or like involved in physical health, which is maybe where this energy is coming from. But I am seeing like particularly the heart area. I do just have like a very father energy from this. And I just feel that part of your journey in this lifetime, because you're so wise, because you have that energy of crow, you're not just a guider and a protector, but you're also now exploring the ideas of taking care of your own health, of your own physical body. I just feel that that's something that is coming through for you. I really do just have this character from Game of Thrones, Bran. Like, I feel that that's very much your energy, where it's like I feel sort of a nostalgia for the past, or like what could have been, who you were, and how now you've been sort of thrusted into like a very wise energy instead. Like, now you are the one who people will consult for your knowledge, because you were given the key, you were given the understanding that not everybody has. So that's like what I feel for you. This could show up in your life today, that energy, but this is what you resonated with. This is what your magical energy is that you resonated with. If you were going to be some character in a book or a movie, or in another dimension, this is what I'm seeing for you, is that you would just very much be a crow energy, a third eye, one of sight, one of warning, one of change, someone who assists during change, because you're able to see the future and provide guidance for others. So that's what I'm saying for group 5, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, group 6, let's get started with your reading and see what kind of magical or mythical creature you resonate with. So what I see for you is I have two different types of energies that I'm looking at here. The first one I'm going to start with is the one of spider. What I feel for you is that, I have cobweb and I have spider. So this is telling me that you definitely resonate with the energy of spider in some way. So this is telling me that you're very intricate in the way you weave, in the way that you accomplish things. I do sort of feel that there's like a trickery about the way you do things, or I don't want to say trick because that sounds bad, but like I feel like you're just very calculated in how you accomplish things, and you can take what you need in a very quiet way, I guess is what I want to say. So I'm feeling the energy of spider for you, but I'm also seeing even beyond that. I do feel that you're not just spider, but that you've spent time as, when it comes to like magical, mythical type of creatures, you've spent time as like the garden creatures. So all of the little types of bugs that can weave and that can like, maneuver through obstacles in a very clever way, that's something that you resonate with. Your ability to do that comes from this magical sort of resonance with getting into kind of being small, but still being able to, weave and create like beautiful experiences or energy or whatever it is. Like, you just have a very feminine and a very clever type of energy about you, one that appears small but in reality is intricate and beautiful and big and awesome. I do feel like a pretty heavy garden energy from this group with the Queen of Pentacles and the Garden of Venus here. This is just telling me that I feel that you could resonate with this even today, where you just feel very connected to gardens. This is because I feel in your magical self, you've spent time in gardens as like that was your home, that was like who you are. So that I feel that if you are heavy into the gardening today, it's because you've spent time as these types of creatures before. The other energy I'm feeling for you is the dragon, which is kind of interesting because they're pretty different. But what I feel for you is that there's just this energy of fire that comes from you. So I feel that you're very dragon-esque in that you hold a lot of the fire element within you in your belly. It's like a very passionate type of energy. I feel more passion, more happiness, more exuberance and adventure for you when it comes to this kind of energy, but it could also show itself at times as volatility or just being highly, highly protective of your surroundings, of your family, of your relationships, things of that sort. But mostly I feel that you're just a very adventurous type of person, and that you really have this appetite for life and for experience and for, soaring above things. That's what I feel for you. I'm also feeling that there's a message of like ignition in love or in passion. You could be going through that in your life right now, which is maybe why that you're connected to that dragon energy. But I do feel a lot of that dragon energy, like I said, it speaks of protection. So it seems to me that you play this role in protecting the future. That's really what I feel for you. It's like something about you, maybe the reason small things are like showing up, or because I have this image of a female like gardening, and I feel what it is that I'm being shown is that you are very protective of the future, of the small things, of the things that can't protect themselves in some way. That's kind of how I feel. I feel that you take care of the smaller beings in life, the fairies, the butterflies, the spiders. Like, you give them a place and a home, and I feel that in one way you're just you act as a protector, but in another way, when it comes to dragon, you're very much like just full of energy and life and beauty and just adventure. That's really all I can say. And I do feel like a happy energy from this group. I feel like very passionate and happy and energetic, and I feel like someone who's full of love and has a lot of love for their fellow creatures, for their fellow humans, things of that. I also think that this dragon energy comes a lot from being able to like overcome your problems really easily. Like I said, you just have this ability, it seems, which is why I feel like it's showing me dragon and spider. It's like you have these abilities to just overcome your obstacles very well, and like either just soar above them or like build the bridge that will like allow you, or the environment that will allow you to get what you need without having to be too loud in your actions, I guess. But part of what I'm seeing for you when it comes with this dragon energy is like I think this is why I'm seeing dragon and spider. It's like it speaks to your ability to build successful outcomes to your problems. So like you overcome your obstacles in very precise ways. I feel sometimes it may be louder than others. Like when it comes to this dragon energy, like you kind of just roar your way out of it. Like you're kind of just gonna like get whatever obstacles in your path out of your path. But then I also think that you also have this ability to be very intricate in your approach and very quiet and feminine and like beautiful in the way you weave community and the way you weave the things that will get you what you need. That's kind of what I feel. I hope this makes sense. I just feel this type of person who's just able to protect, to build, to nourish, and to overcome problems very, very easily. And I feel this interesting mix of very feminine energy, but simultaneously very masculine energy. You might be somebody who really goes back and forth between those two energies. I really like it a lot, though. It's cool. It seems like you're very balanced, because I do see a lot of twos. So this is showing me that you have both sides to you. You have a very feminine and a very masculine side to you, and it just depends about where you are in your life, as far as like what you show. But I do feel like you are very community focused. I do feel that you have this ability to connect in communities, or to take care of type of communities or people in your life, like this group. Like I feel like you're very able to take care of people like that, and you're just very connected to nature, but at the same time it's like you're very connected to earth and fire is what I'm seeing. So that's what I see for group 6, you guys. I hope that the reading resonates with you. I'll see you in the next one. Hey group 7, let's get started with your reading and see what kind of magical energy you resonate with. So what I see for you is you resonate with the energy of priestess. What I can feel for you is that you're somebody who, I feel the moon is very influential into your magic, or what it is that you do to accomplish. I feel somebody with a lot of different talents, I guess. What I can see is, I feel that you work in the darkness, or that you work with the moon in some way, or like your magical essence does, this priestess energy, I feel worked with the moon in some way. And what I feel for you is, I feel things like tarot reader. I feel someone who does candle magic or works with candles. I feel somebody who works with plants. So even like herbalism and things of that sort. And then I'm also seeing somebody who speaks with, like, I want to say angels, but that's like not the word I'm thinking of. It's like communes with the dead, communes with those that are beyond the veil. That's kind of what I see. I feel someone who's just like a very psychic energy. So what I feel for you is that you just have, like, as a priestess, you had these multiple avenues of how you brought your magic to life. I feel like you worked with the moon. Like, that's something that was very influential into your magical abilities, is what kind of cycle the moon is at. And then also, like I said, candle, plant, communing with spirits, that type of energy. What I'm also seeing for you is this interesting side note where I feel like as a priestess, a lot of people, or a lot of your focus came from like love magic or love spells. I do have the lovers. I have love here. This is telling me that, and also rabbit too. So this is telling me that you might have been like very focused in the physical expression of sex, of sexuality, I guess. And a lot of people may have come to you for love spells, love potions, things of that sort, you know, to get their other partner, you know, attracted to them, or whatever it is. Otherwise, what I'm also seeing is that you were somebody who, as a priestess, probably indulged in that. Like, I could see probably a lot of sex magic and things like that. I do feel that you really just opened the gate into the higher realms for people. You really provided like assistance or protection in their, or I can also say, what I am seeing for you is that on one way you were somebody who opens the gates for other people to look into spirituality, or you used your own spirituality to aid other people, like I said, through potion making, through assistance and spell work, things like that type of energy. What I'm also seeing for you is a message that you, because you commune so regularly with spirits, that they're very protective of you, and that they protect you as much as they possibly can, because they like you, because they like that you work with them, or your relationship with them. I just feel like a very protected energy for you, which probably shows in your life today. I do also just feel like a very energy connected with flowers and plants. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do a lot of like herbalism or tincture making or things of that sort even today. I do feel that was where a lot of your like potion making type of abilities came from, is the element of earth. The element of earth and the element of fire. I believe you worked, as this priestess energy, you worked with the fire energy. I feel like people were just attracted to you like a moth to flame. I really feel that's what it is. I feel that maybe you possess you could even this might be today as well. You possess a lot of beauty, or you did, as this priestess, and people were just like drawn to your essence, drawn to you like a moth to flame, and it's a very magnetic energy is what I'm feeling for you. And you were just, it seems sort of nonchalant, like your energy seems more nonchalant, but it seems like you attract energy, like really intense energy, really magnetic type of force field around you that just brings people in for your knowledge, for your insight, for your abilities to heal, for your abilities to see the future. But I do feel like a very feminine energy from you, especially because of this moon energy. I do feel that you probably worked very closely with the cycles of the moon in order to bring about your manifestations and your the things that you were trying to accomplish. I do also feel like a tarot reader type of energy from here too, with her cards spread out the way that they are. I feel that this is pretty much how you were as well. Like you were able to look into the future for people and see things in a way that they couldn't see. You could even have possibly done that through flame as well. Yeah, because I just see a big candle energy for you. So this is telling me that your magic was able to look through fire. Yeah, definitely somebody who was able to look through fire to get in touch with, use flame as divination and use cards as divination. That's what I see for you. I see someone who worked with light. Like I felt like even though you work in darkness, you work with the moon. I feel like you were not an evil type of energy, but very light energy. But maybe you dabbled. Maybe there's some questionable morality and things that you did or chose. But I do feel that like you might carry a lot of these attributes today too. I feel like part of your identity still holds a lot of these different things when it comes to the different types of techniques I mentioned. And that's what I'm seeing for group 7. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you in the next one. All right, group 8, let's get started and see what kind of magical or mythical creature you resonate with. So what I see for you, group 8, I'm feeling witch energy for you. I have the cauldron here, so it's pretty obvious. But what I'm feeling for you is you have a very interesting type of story or energy. I feel that you're very, have a very witch background, or like something ruled in darkness or of the moon. And I don't mean evil when I say darkness, just something that is more suppressed or quiet or done in secrecy. So I feel this sort of type of witch energy. And within that witch energy, I feel that you have really explored the ideas of serpent and what the knowledge that serpent brings you. Because serpents are very wise. The reptilian idea of myth and logic, or of myth and lore, is a very wise and spiritual and ancient type of knowledge. So I feel that if this witch energy is what you resonate with, I feel that this is kind of like what you studied, is this idea of kundalini and forbidden fruit and ancient wisdom and sexuality, like things that are very ancient and divine in their essence. So what's interesting for you is that I feel that part of your journey as this witch energy is somebody who looked into the deep femininity, the ancient wisdom, the type of I feel like female worship, like feminine worship that you dabbled in, or this was actually not even say dabbled, this was your life, this moon energy was your life. And what I can see is that I feel that part of you was challenged by those more evil entities, more like evil sources of energy that wanted to sort of bring you into more of a dark energy. So take you away from, light spirit, snake energy of just wisdom, and bring you more into like the darkness, into the fallen energy of like use your magic for evil instead of good. That's kind of what I feel. I feel like you were presented with this issue in this type of magical, mythical identity that you had or have. And so what I feel is that was a challenge for you. And now I think in your life today, you have this journey, like this journey where you're always choosing, like, you know, do I go this way or do I go that way? Do I go light? Do I go dark? And I feel that it kind of shows up for you, but it seems to me that you've chosen more of the light path, because what I see for you is like a very, and this actually could have played out in this sort of identity as well. This witch identity is where you sort of stepped away from what was dark or fallen, and you stepped more into a very light-filled energy where you connected with love, with the heart, with the opposite sex, and instead you built a home, or you built a foundation of more normalcy, more you know, spending your life with another being in love, or, you know, having children or whatever it is. But I feel like there was this idea of like choosing normalcy over the darkness or the craft. And because I think it was showing itself to you. It was kind of like peeking its ugly head and sort of like taking over you, or trying to take over you, like the dark aspect of it was, and you were having a hard time trying to maintain light. So you just walked away from it. That's kind of like what I feel. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you feel like you are challenged with that even in this lifetime. But I do feel like in general, you're blessed with very good fortune. You have like very solid relationships, beautiful relationships, very happy home life, and normalcy. Like that's what I feel. I feel like you chose this existence of normalcy so that you could release what was sort of trying to overcome you, this dark energy that maybe was trying to, you know, weasel its way into your life. And you just decided, no, like I can take the ancient knowledge and wisdom that I have and use it for good, use it for light, use it for transformation instead. And that's kind of what I see for you, is like your journey now is about using that knowledge, that divine knowledge, that magical knowledge that you have as like a witch, and using it for good. You're very much like a good witch. That's what I feel. It's like a good witch. It's like I feel like a cozy home and a sweet family, and it's like someone who sort of hides that aspect of themselves. You know, someone who at first glance nobody would really think that you are that, and then as they get to know you, they can kind of see that is your essence, like that you're much deeper and you go much darker, or not darker, but you have much more depth than maybe you let others see, and you use it for good instead of evil, because you've been challenged by that before, and you're just like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I just feel like a very protected element over you. Like I feel like even though you may have had enemies in this sort of magical, mythical life that were working against you, you were very protected, and you protected yourself and you protected your home, and it didn't really end up bothering you. I do feel like a very practical magic type of storyline with this, like almost like Sandra Bullock in Practical Magic, where she was a witch and like pushed it away for her own reasons, but then it, like, the beetle came ticking, and like she knew she had to integrate that identity of being a witch into her essence, and allow it to be part of her identity, but in a way that was for good, in a way that was allowed her to have a happy home and healthy relationships, and all those things. So it's like this battle of suppression of what you think is dark about you, but then also being like, no, this is just who I am, this is the knowledge I have, I'm a witch, and I'm able to bring it into and blend it into a more normal life setting for myself, so that I feel like I can, you know, carry on, you know, whatever, normally. So that's kind of what I see for you, or what this energy is. But I see somebody who's highly intuitive as well. Someone who's highly intuitive, and somebody who a lot of your focus is on relationships, it's on love relationships, you know, exploring the duality of you and another, and how to blend those two, how to alchemize two different energies into one. I do feel like that's like a theme that you probably have gone and explored. And I'm also seeing like a new beginning for you. I see the 10 energy, and actually I don't even see that as a new beginning. What I see it as is the overview of self. That's really what I feel for you. I feel that you know who you are when it comes to being that witch energy, and then it's like you have to integrate it as your whole self. Like, you're not just witch and you're not just normal. You blend those two and you see the whole picture of the duality of who you are. So that's what I see for you. Let me see if there's anything else. You could also, I feel like this marriage could be more literal in your life too. I feel like you could be getting married, or this is on your mind in some way. Same with babies as well. I really do feel like a lot of this is like the magical creature that you identify with, that you've been and that you are still today in so many ways. Okay, I think that's all I'm saying for group 8. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you in the next one.